Chicago culture is something so very special. Geographically, Chicago sits almost like in the same place if it were a body that the heart would be. Art and music and, production. And people are just doing. Like, we're not waiting for, like, investors to come in. That's my favorite part.
And, as we get started, man, we got my boy Knowledge Beckham in the building today for a reason, not for a season. Doing some major things out here. And, we kind of collabed and figured out that we need to, work together. So we're here working together today.
No doubt. Peace, King. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all.
Nah, no doubt.
Thanks for being here, brother.
Yes,
let's just jump right into it, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Grow up, dog.
I can't.
Yeah, he's stuck at 4'9".
I want to talk about the event that you got coming up with Changing Faces.
Who?
Changing Faces.
The legendary.
Yes.
Legendary.
Change Faces. Let's go.
Facts. So March 23rd, doors open at 7 at the DuSable. Jokes, Beats, and Culture. It's a new series, new event. Think about it as a late night talk show, right? So think about Arsenio on steroids. And that's because we got my man Cosign. Cosign is
speaking
super
of devil.
talented,
Speaking of devil.
dynamic. That's my man on the horn.
That's him right now.
Let's bring him in.
Coach,
man.
can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta say his name like Soul Train. Cosign.
Ugly ass boy.
Oh, Lord.
Man,
How are you, sir?
I'm feeling good. And guys, just a bit of a heads up. There is a small rebrand happening. Okay, so feel free to call me Marco Palacios. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to use the government during this season. It's okay.
I can't roll my R's like that, bro.
I want to see Mom's mouth move like that, yeah.
I ain't trying to do that on camera.
Right. I'm looking in all directions. Are we licking lips first or what's going on?
Because beautiful black people, we must remember mi madre de Panama y mi padre de
Here you go.
Guatemala. So this is your Spanish nigga. This your Spanish nigga from off the 290.
Talk about it.
it. Like, let's be active, man. How y'all feeling?
Tremendous.
Feeling good.
bro.
Hey, well, we were just talking about the event with Changing Faces, and you literally called right on time, man. So
Facts.
God couldn't put this together even better. You're hosting the event. Now let's go ahead and just the 23rd next Saturday.
Yeah, 23rd, next Saturday. Doors open at 7. You can go to www.jokesbeats, the letter X, and culture.com. Jokesbeatsxculture.com. That's where you can grab your tickets. Tickets starting at $45. But really, man, it's an evening of R&B, comedy, live music, live performances. We've seen that before. Who we have not seen in this space is my man that's on the line right now, bro. That's what I'm so excited about, is how dynamic that brother is. So I know that I caught a session of him working with comedian Michi Hall yesterday. We did a little FaceTime. Shout out to Michi. But Cosign, tell the people, man, like what to expect. It's hard to explain what you're bringing to the show, because they're thinking maybe Arsenio or stand-up comic or
Long finger half boy.
long finger Arsenio. But
Hilarious.
tell them what you're bringing to the show, bro. Like how do you see what we're doing?
It's tough, right? And this is where I have to lean, you know what I'm saying, to the counsel of my big brother Mine. You know what I'm saying? Because Mine has known me since I was a shorty. You know what I'm saying?
Love.
And so Mine, I have to speak on how there's no way to prepare. There's no way to explain how we come in. There's no way. Pause that to be safe. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm a creator. I'm a creative. I'm an artist, right? And like, I be acting like my daddy, the God that I serve, and just creating. So, that session, being able to tap in with Brother Meech, right? That's never happened. Nobody has ever put me with a veteran Chicago comedian to take all my real ass stories about the industry, what it is to have over 1 billion views on YouTube on one video, though. I'm not talking about all my hits. I'm talking about one with the B next to it. To have 9 Grammy nominations.
Talk about it.
To be working with the biggest artists of this time and then doing some storytelling, but then on some real Chicago shit though, so it make you laugh, but then sometimes you just in awe. It's not even funny. It's just like, damn, you really did that.
Right.
So I see it as a homecoming, man. I love coming home. I love having, a cool reason to come home and see family and just report the news. You know what I'm saying?
I will say
Good
this.
ass time.
I will say this. To his credit, ladies, he's a stripper part-time. For some reason, he thinks he's the sexiest man alive. So y'all gonna get you some of that. I'm sure that's gonna happen. I don't know if you ever seen a man play a sax without his shirt on.
I definitely do have a six-pack. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about
And
it.
that's a big deal. That's a big fucking deal. We're not gonna sweep that shit under the rug. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, here go this nigga. No, nigga, I can still barely dunk. And I have a
Not barely.
That's impressive because I'm definitely hating. I got this keg over here, living great. You know what I'm saying? But no, you. I wish they could really just tap into some of our conversations that aren't being recorded. Like these things are organic, they are real, and coming from the space that you're in, I guarantee you're gonna love every minute for the man when he steps on stage and steps off stage. It's not gonna be a dull moment.
Really, really briefly though, what do y'all expect after this inaugural show? What do y'all expect the spinoff to be, or what direction are we going after? Because this can't be a one-time thing. Greatness is never a one-time thing.
Nah, it's heavy, bro. Like when I put this
together.
together.
Knowledge, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Sorry to cut your wisdom, but just real quick. The first thing that I'm expecting is for the bag to be completely different. Okay? The price will not be the same after this first show.
Come on now.
So this is the reason why you're going to want to get your tickets and you're going to want to be a part of the culmination, because we taking this around the world, Craig. All right, now let's go ahead.
Yeah, facts. No, you touched on where I was going with it. It's not a one-time. I never do a one-time thing, right? Like it was one thing, jokes, beats, and culture, and that was the vision. But it's almost like, man, I made a nice trade and I then got to the number one selection. And I was able to bring cosign in. Like that changed where I was going completely.
Right.
Because I'm calling him a host, but he's not really just a host.
He's an entertainer.
Like, he's an entertainer.
Yeah.
So every show, it's moving. It's moving. It's going.
That's a new button.
Sound.
That's a new button.
I want something a little harder. The chime kind of.
Hey, it was super random too.
But no, man, I've been telling the team right now, bro, that the goal is 2024. We're gonna do the show. We're getting it out here to help people to understand what it is. But 2026, the goal is plainly 50 shows. 50 shows, because at the end of the day, I can always put together the vision. I can put together the money. He's going to help me get into the industry, right? And these are just his friends, right? And so if we telling, we talk to 7th Street or Tank, whoever it might be, these are his people. And at the end of the day, we're going to move it around. But they're going to be excited because they're doing something a little bit different.
But knowledge, not to cut you off again, right?
Go ahead, bro.
That's twice, bro.
That's what he do, though. That's what he do, though. That's why I rock with him. That's what he do.
Not because it's like
this is the J Dame shit we got going on.
It's like don't do Maywood and don't do Broadview like that. You know what I'm saying?
Broadview a little dirty though.
Come on, fam.
It is though, bro.
On,
I love anything in the west suburbs. I'm a west side. It's a little dirty, man.
Broadview is dope though. No, it's not dirty.
Shit.
What?
Nah,
Okay.
but but that's how I made it to around the world, right? Because you got to have a little bit of dirt on you to grow,
Facts.
right? But when it comes to my friends, right? Like, let's unpack that. Let's not rush through this because we're all doing a podcast and we want to talk fast. No, let's take our time and look at that cosign catalog and who my super friends are and who I'm bringing to this show.
Come on now.
Okay, because we're gonna have to start with the Super Bowl and Usher, right? Because did we grab that new Usher album? Did we hear the?
Oh, we definitely got that. We definitely got that.
That naked track. Did we see that Kim Kardashian had to launch her draws with that song? Did we see that or no?
I mean, I'll follow you. You know what I'm talking about? I see everything that's going on.
Oh, I missed that part. I don't wear drawers.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Cosign did a song with Usher, right? The song called Naked, written by Ryan Topey from Sister Act, right? We remember the classic movie Sister Act. So these are people that's in my
Classic is
phone.
debatable.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how she launches her draws to Maywood and Broadview Music.
Draws, right?
That's how she launched her draws, man. You could only get the song on her website.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's kind of
Moving
marketing
on
genius.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people are
to
looking
the
for
last-
ways to do that.
Moving on to the last Super Bowl, you got Rihanna. What's gonna happen one day when she say, "What Cosign doing his songs, man? You know what? I'm going to pull up. I'm
Is
going
that
to
your
pull up and
Rihanna
do
accent?
Birthday Cake Live." What's gonna happen when that happens?
You gonna appear?
When Nas and Big Sean, when Twista, when Marsha Ambrosius, when Jasmine Sullivan.
We hear you. Flex, come on. Come on.
Come
Flex.
on, man.
Yeah,
People rock with
It's
you.
a big deal.
it's a big deal.
I'm starting to feel like this feels like the musical version of the Big Three.
Mm.
You know what I mean? How Q, it's not like life support or extending, but it's literally creating a new economy off something like that everybody thinks is done. And we're not letting people be done. Like nobody's done with music. Nobody's done with entertaining. And if we're gonna be honest with ourselves, like coming from the crib, we kick things off.
Oh,
We
yeah.
see
Facts.
things differently. We
Facts.
bring people together. We stir the pot, So I love that it's starting here.
Look. If we get to your point, right? If we get into the business, right?
Coach, you guilty, man.
See, because she's talking right. She's talking right.
She is
talking right, y'all. And if you get into the business of it, right? Get into the revenue that comes from music catalogs, not the new music. I'm not talking about new music.
You
I'm
put
talking
people on
about
now.
catalog. People want that. They want the 90s music. They want to sit and jam and catch that vibe because that's the best music.
This sounds like culture mining at this point.
It's
You know what I mean?
Jokes,
Like it's
beats, and
like
culture.
like culture mining. It's like
Absolutely.
what's already here, and then how do we
Absolutely.
excavate, bring it together, and refresh it, remix
Repackage
it.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
and it's new. It's not repackaged, right?
That's
Something
right.
that's
That's right. It's
completely different. It's like
New.
leftovers, and you made a whole new like 5-course
Yeah.
meal out of
Yeah.
it.
No, I love it.
Well, think about it, right? I'm doing more DJing than ever, right?
What don't you do,
And
Cosign? What's
as
going
I'm-
on?
See, I had Jamaican grandparents. So when you have Jamaican grandparents, you have a lot of jobs. You have a lot, and I also have a lot of children. Yeah, 4 children, 4. Okay, lot of baby mamas, lot of children. Daddy gotta work. Daddy gotta go to work.
They got their work.
So I've been doing plenty DJing as of late.
Oh, it's getting better as you keep talking. I like this.
So when we do the DJ thing and I put together the crate man, when I assemble the crate man, every song by song, people wanna dance.
I'm about to go
To your
binge watch
point of
Dance Hall
culture,
Queens after this.
To your point of culture mining, all of these songs, you know how refreshing that is when you pop out, you got that shit on, and then somebody play your shit that you forgot was your shit.
Man. Yes.
What?
No, I don't know about that. Sorry. That's,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not
that's-
9-time Grammy
that's
nominated.
like bro. I'm sorry.
I love when people say I love your pod, though.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
The ego's in here. The ego's in here. It does take you back. We had talked about some episodes ago just about like best women's groups, and it was hilarious. It went real hard
It
on
did, though.
like
Changing
people-
Faces made the list, but they
Yeah.
weren't top 5. They didn't make the
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
I think it
But,
ended up being In Vogue and SWV
Yeah.
top 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
but it
They
feels
fought out over
good
that.
to look back and to turn the tracks on and be like, oh, where was I? And how did that kind of shape me? And I actually use some of their music in my classes too.
So now put yourself in, and I need everybody on the podcast to put their cosign shoes on, right?
Close your eyes. Come on,
Because
close your eyes.
now,
Come on, you can't fit them.
there you go. Close your eyes, put them on,
Okay.
right? Now BET calls you and says, cosign, we want you to be the sole producer on this show called The Encore. And we're going to go back and get all of these women, 702, Cherish, Danity Kane, Total, Nivea. And I need you to do an EP in 30 days by your damn self, though.
That's a grind.
By your goddamn self with your bare hands, and we're going to tape it and put it on TV. Are you ready to go to Atlanta for a month?
Yes.
Cut me in or cut it out, bro.
Yeah.
So look, all of this happened. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the people that reach out and the people that you'll see at Jokes, Beats, and Culture, they're fans from the show. They don't know me from Rihanna or Nicki Minaj. They like, yo, we saw you on the BET show, the Encore. You know what I'm saying? And that was a crazy experience. But guess what? You can find that EP right now on
Hey,
all streaming platforms.
it just hit me right now, man. Pause. It's like you're like a Kyrie, bro. Like your layup package is different every time.
Oh, it's different.
You know
No
what I'm
frame of
saying?
reference.
Something comes. You see a highlight, and it's never the same.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, and I love that about you.
Because we're not gonna give an excuse as to why we didn't get the job done. That's not how we were raised. We weren't raised to call and say, "Oh, man, that TV show didn't work out because," or they was all cussing me out, so I wasn't able to. No, cuss me out, and I'm still finna do your song, ma'am, and
Ma'am.
get back to the house, ma'am. I'm sorry you feel that way. That's tough. Okay, but could you sing that part again? Okay, all right, ladies, and I'm gone.
So, question, cosign.
And
Why are you the guy to ask that much of? Does that make sense? How is it that your name floats to the top of the list for putting somebody under pressure? Is it that you have, you've shown that you can execute, or like
BT Man Cave? It wasn't my first show on BT.
got it?
They had drafted me for Man Cave. Now you got Jeff Johnson, Tank Slink Johnson vouching for me. Yo, I know he's the youngest. I know he has the least Instagram followers and people don't know who he is, but he really liked that. And we need him on the show. And now I'm sitting there with Nipsey. Now I always felt like I wasn't, like a real person out here popping because I never did the Breakfast Club. But then God is like, no, because I'm bringing Charlamagne to your show, bro. That's how this goes for Cosign.
Mm-hmm.
You do the corner. You know what I'm saying? You tap in with Bob. You do the corner Convo podcast, and you bring Charlamagne to your show. That's how your story goes.
Right.
You're not like everybody else. And start leaning into your different. They don't DJ. They don't play the saxophone while they DJing.
Talk about
Ye
it.
can't do that at Sunday service. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's other people out. So just lean into your skill set. And the more I leaned into just being different and just being the Panamanian, Maywood, Broadview, you know what I'm saying? Nerd, book reading ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, it started winning for me. And like, that's really the message. And that's what I want people to take away from. Like, look, you a one-on-one. So your pocket, people ain't gonna be able to dibble and dabble in your pocket like you, but have confidence in your individuality.
That's real.
Hey man, you a bad boy, man. Another highlight, Sunday service. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, it doesn't stop, man, which is a testament to your work, man. And I haven't shared the stage with you in over 20 years, man. So this is gonna be interesting.
I kind of want to know, because when I joined the podcast, I was telling Amon, like, man, one thing that I know works well from Chicago is showing love and retaining relationships. How have you been able to stay in good graces? Be diplomatic, like retain all of these high quality relationships to be able to use them later on down the line. Like, what have you done that you haven't seen other people do?
Stuff like this, right?
Mm.
Where it's like, mine is my homie. So he gets to use the cosign card. It's fine. That's what it's there for my friends. So if you need me to be late for my son's birthday party on a Saturday, which is my Sabbath, when I'm just chilling,
he's definitely from the
get on the
crib.
phone and
Shot
talk.
fired.
You know
I'm
what
sorry,
saying?
Coach. Some of that was me.
then guess what? I'm pulling up. And that's just what it is. And I have some of those laws in place in my life. And like, that's when I keep referencing Panama and that Spanish, like, we come from something different. If I love you for real. If you my brother for real. I was raised as an only child. So to get older and have guys, it's been times I'm in the studio with some of the biggest celebrities in this world, in this business, and mine in the studio with a camera. And I didn't have to ask him nothing. He just minded his business. Like, oh, that's the nigga Mario? Oh, hell, that nigga Coach got Mario in this bitch. Hold on, let me get my motherfucking
Right, I do sound like
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? We just sit there,
seven
bitch.
drinks in. That's him.
7 drinks in.
Definitely him.
Man, we just sit there just talking shit. And like, I don't think people really understand from the crib that it's the love and the brotherhood that produces the success, not the other way around.
The love and the
if
brotherhood.
you just start loving on that person next to you that you trust and riding with them, the world will come to your feet. It's not about business and contracts and all that other stuff. It's about how are you doing? Are you okay? Are you hungry? All of the basics.
That's real. And I kind of want to know, I love that this show is going to be at the DuSable. Like, you have no clue how heartwarming, because I know the president and I've seen this institution not be supported intergenerationally, right? Like, shout out to the jazz fest that comes every summer. It trends to be older, but opportunity for us to come inside is something completely new. And I feel like you all are even the venue selection is somewhat intentional. How did you all make a decision, to the DuSable, and like what other venues were kind of on the table?
Yeah, so I considered this the kickoff, right? So I had done shows at the Promontory, right? So Promontory, great relationship over there, but
burnt up.
But I knew this was a larger event, right? Larger event. I knew we needed a larger stage. We got a lot of moving pieces, and then DuSable's black owned, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to your point, I've done plenty of stuff at DuSable. I did a Lil Rel show there a few years back. Shout out to Lil Rel for shouting me out on Shannon's Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
Recently.
You shout out.
Love appreciate that. But it just made sense, right? As we started to pull different people in, different talents, specifically co-sign. The venue we wanted a theater style, theater style. We were not ready for Airy Crown, but this I just felt like was a perfect venue. It's black, it's Southside, right at the end of the day, and so it just made sense. It just came together, and it's in alignment with who I am, and I think what we're trying to do. And we wanted to kick it off in Chicago. The co-sign's point, like my goal is this. You know how you start, if you're an NBA team, you might say at the beginning of the season, our goal is to win the championship.
Right.
That's a big goal. But our goal, like the first show is just the first show. It's just really a part of the process.
It's a gauge.
It's a gauge. But again, 2026, we're doing 50 shows. Like, so we're laying it out, and it's about the concept, it's about the relationships, and it's about a different type of entertainment, which I think the audience is ready for, right? Yes. It used to be a comedy show. It used to be a concert. But now you see podcasts sell out. Now you see Wild and Out sell out. People are ready for something different.
I'm new.
And I think this is different. But it even got, again, more different with Cosign. Like, I really had to say, what are you going to, like, I got 45 minutes slotted. What are you going to do? And what he's going to do, if he did the show the next day, you probably have 40 minutes of different stuff.
A totally different show.
And that's dope, right? Not every comedian can do that, et cetera. And so, man, I think the audience, when they come, they're going to be so entertained. And he has a different sort of style and unique. I got a background in comedy, but Cosign can tell a story as good or better than a comedian, but he's not a comedian, right? So the parts that's funny is funny. Yeah, the parts that are funny are funny. But when they're not funny, he's such a good storyteller that you sitting there still.
You're engaged the whole time.
Engaged and entertained. Yeah. And that's dope, right? He doesn't have to get the laugh every 3 seconds. He can just tell you something for 2 minutes. I have no jokes, but you're as engaged as anything else. And so audience is in for a really dope time, man.
They definitely are. He took us, the show he came through on 16th Street, he was telling a story. It was hilarious. And all of a sudden, he took us to church. For no reason, out the blue, just took us to church. You know what I'm saying?
That's him.
Give us a sermon, But with you guys choosing the venue, the act you guys have, and how y'all doing it, it seems like y'all poured into the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's much appreciated. But a lot of times in different industries, we don't do a good job of paying things forward for the next generation to maybe grab onto the coattail, get momentum, get ideas, and further it. How are we doing that with this? Or are we doing that with this?
We're doing it where we can. Go ahead, Cole.
Well, I still don't really feel like I've put down real roots, right? Think about it. I was a college professor at 23 years old. When I graduated from Columbia College Chicago, they hired me, right? But is my class does it still exist at Columbia? All of this formula that I laid out that was about to sell hundreds of millions of records and all of this stuff, is it still there? Do they still learn it? Does anybody care about what I said was, does anybody care? You know what I'm saying? So I want to come home and really start putting together some real initiatives so that when I come home, I'm coming home to a studio full of the alien talented kids in Chicago and telling them exactly what Usher just said, exactly what Rihanna's looking for, exactly what Maida at Rock Nation is talking about. exactly what's going on at Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody,
Plugging
all
them
these
in.
Flyana Boss, they're on tour right now. I just left the studio with them. I need help with their projects. Kenya Barris, he's working on The Wiz, but it's like based out of Inglewood. 1500 or nothing. France, these guys, these are some of my best friends. They have a $50 million studio across the street from Snoop Dogg's studio. And that's 15 minutes from my house. So it's like, that's so dope that the mayor is pulling up, because it's like, we need to build the daddy of that school in Chicago, okay? So now that you can see what my super friends do here in California, this is what I need to have at home, sir.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Respectfully. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and we have the
I'm a
infrastructure for
saxophone.
it.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I went to Florida A&M, right? I
Oh,
marched
shout
in the
out
Marching
Rattler
100.
Pride. Yeah, I was a FAMU Rattler.
Was you?
Yeah, I got
You
kicked
see what I'm
out.
saying?
I got kicked out like a motherfucker. And I went to Columbia. I swore I was going to be the next Spike Lee until I found out his grandmother put him through school. So I was there for film production. And to your point, Chicago has like the infrastructure. Pay your bills. Show bill collector calling. Mind my business.
Yeah, please.
We have fix it in post. We have educational allies. So we got schools. We have a lot of talent that has, across generations. But we don't seem to know how to leverage it and use it. Right? We have these workshops. We have these seminars. We got global conferences that come through Chicago. But like Black Chicago, I feel like hasn't found what is our process of putting on to the next generation, pipelining people out of Chicago to Atlanta, to New York. But I feel like a lot of people want to do it on their own. How have you navigated the shade of the city? Right, because everybody has a brilliant idea, but when we see somebody working for love,
I don't see it as shade though, right?
Okay,
we are all from Chicago. We know about our city, okay? So the word is endure, right? Nipsey said marathon. I always this is this is my phrase and my slogan. Treat niggas the way you wish niggas would have treated you. So now I'm Himothy. I actually grew up to be Himothy. And now that I'm Himothy, it's like, let's go Marcos Palacio School, so that when I come home, I can come home to a band and do band rehearsal.
I realize men have different language than women. I don't know what y'all saying. These are not words that women use. I don't know. I'll get the frame of reference. Is there a women thing?
This is why it's so crucial that we talk, though, right? This is why it's so crucial that we talk, so that we can like literally unpack, because we definitely do speak different languages and
all
are
day.
different creatures with different body parts, right? So, these unpacks, are powerful. And I think that hopefully this show will allow us to be able to put down some real roots, because I would love to share this knowledge, and I would love to see what the young kids do with this access. Because again, this is what I wish that I had in Chicago when I was coming up. And this is why Columbia hired me. Because when I graduated, I used to be in Kimo Williams' office like, man, that program was trash though. And he's like, what you mean? I'm like, all the stuff that I'm doing in my mama's basement with Q Billa, I'm like, y'all don't even know who Q Billa is up here. That's y'all problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Shaka Zulu, who managed Ludacris, is coming with Chingy to Chicago and Q Billa, and I can't even do a concert here and let Q Billa perform. That's crazy. And they was like, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's your class, make it up. And I dropped a mixtape for my class. Where is the mixtape that the students are making with the industry professionals that we can ride to that music in our car? It doesn't exist.
That takes an instructor though, Coast, right? Like, so I teach at the collegiate level, and I realize like when we talk about like Blacks in higher education, this is exactly what we're trying to impress upon people. Who we are in our day lives, we get to bring into the classroom. But it's like you have to choose. Like, it's not easy being in academia. It's a lot of red tape. But when we show up and we're starting to create curriculums and syllabus, and we put on our friends' books, it's like if a Black scholar gets to say, this is what these 400 students are reading, and these are the workshops that we're having, and these are the seminars and our guests, that's our connections. And so I'm realizing, higher education gives us an opportunity to create programs and processes and things like that. But a lot of us don't know how to keep our feet on both sides of the line. Like we choose.
Well, watch this. Watch this. And that's an extremely good point, right? I need you guys to reach down and put your cosign shoes back on again, okay? Because now let's talk about. We don't want to rush through this conversation. We don't want to rush through this. We want to unpack this. What was cosigns? What is a day in the life with cosign last week? What was he doing? What was the majority of his week spent on? Was it making beats? Was it shining new snares and twerk 808s? So that women can pop violently through the summer?
Come on now.
No.
Oh, yeah. Talk that language for me, brother.
No.
Damn.
No, it was not. Last week was about developing and writing out curriculum. And what was that process like, though, Cosign? Well, I'm glad you guys asked with these shoes on, size 12, New Balance. New Balance is really hot right now. We have on some size 12 New Balances for comfort. And you know what I had to do? I had to call some of those old students from Columbia. I had to call the one student that I failed. Hey, Omega, I know I failed your ass, bro, but I'm doing curriculum again. And what better student to ask and talk about what were your takeaways since you ended up being cold as hell and calling me back and apologizing for being an asshole in my class, like, help. And we sat on the phone for an hour. Like, he was going through all kind of different stuff. We talked as brothers, but he helped me to develop that curriculum. So I'm not just coming to Chicago to tell jokes and play beats. I'm coming with curriculum in my laptop, ready to build these programs now. Like, if I was a superhero, my name would be The Flash, because I'm ready to do it right now.
Well, we want to help.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. The Corner Convo, and we talked off mic, me and Knowledge, we're available for this tour. Know that. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why I started this. I put the right people in place that I thought could cohesively work well with my vision.
Yep.
And it's been nothing but sky's the limit since we shedded some of the fat, if you will.
Yep.
And I'm okay with it.
He was fat too.
I went back to those first episodes.
Yep.
You're not lying.
Yeah,
but no, this is I'm super ecstatic about the direction of this.
Love it, bro.
The
Appreciate
direction
that.
of this, for real.
I love the intentionality
of
it.
I want to give y'all flowers too real quick, because shout out to consistency. What number episode is this again? I heard it.
190, brother, 190.
That's real.
All right, so everybody's always trying to compare and define greatness, right? But the greatness is consistency. That's why I said the word endure earlier. We knocking on the door of 200.
Hello.
Thank you. I feel like I came in.
No, he's giving flowers. Hold on.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Like,
no.
What? No.
I need all this credit.
Right.
Continue, sir.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm with him though. Yeah.
I was just finna co-sign, but I'll step back. I'll wait.
No. Go ahead, love.
No, I'm saying, like, I feel like they need to hear that, right? Like, I came in when the tide was rising. And so I appreciate being tagged in and brought in. Watching their growth has been amazing. But more importantly, watching how other men, how you all love on each other, support each other, co-create. Like, these are 30, 40-year relationships that we're seeing blossom into successful endeavors and connections. And for me, I feel like I am just like a fly on the wall. I'm so grateful to see like the beginnings and the genesis of a resurgence, here in Chicago for our entertainers, for our artists, especially for our comedians. It's wild to watch it, and it's even wilder to be a part of it sometimes. Mm-hmm. And so I love, thank you for letting us, be on the stage and connect, because I realize consistency in this city does equal success. Yeah. And we're ready for Saturday.
Thanks.
I'm excited. I was
great time.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm grateful. I love the DuSable. I love being here with the brothers, and this has been amazing. Meeting all Amon's famous friends. You kind of cool. He said he knew a lot of people. I believe you now. But more importantly, co-sign, who's better on the court?
You now.
Who's better on the court? You were Amon.
I've actually
It took me to make her a believer, bro. That's a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real bar.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But he's not the only one in my Rolodex. Okay?
Oh, yeah, you're gonna outdo yourself.
But he's actually my friend, which is crazy, man. I love you, boy.
Nah, but look at the calendar date though, right? Like it's 24. This is the roaring 20s. It is a renaissance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you get into what this being seasonal, like when I'm in Cali, you understand the way I rep the crib. First of all, my wife's nickname, you know what I'm saying, for me and her crew was Chicago, and I'm from Maywood and Broadview. And so that's crazy that was my whole name to her friends. They didn't even know about Marco Palacio. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, man.
They just call you Chi-Town.
Chicago, because we seasonal, like I have a old school trainer out here, man. He funny, man. He like in his 50s, but he like a superhero. And he always say the most encouraging shit in the gym. And he be like, because, you know, we from Chicago, man. We dress for all 4 seasons. You understand what I'm talking about? We throw it on, young blood. We throw it on.
How you find a trainer from Chicago in California? That's wild.
Right, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? He in the hood, man. And he's super fly. He's from the South Side. And so he always educating me because that's a different country than the West Side.
Facts.
So I be learning about that country.
Definitely.
Not a whole country.
South side of the country is crazy.
I be learning about that country.
Cosign, give away them tickets that you was gonna give away, bro.
Oh man, perfect, man. So go ahead, get your pen and paper out because you're gonna need to use this code. Corner Convo, right? Go to www.jokesbeatsxculture.com using Corner Convo, right? That's going to get you 25% off, right? We all care about coupons and discounts, right? After the show, when you're looking on the gram and it looks like it was amazing and you have extreme FOMO, don't call us talking about why you ain't tell us. I don't want to hear that, okay? The tickets are starting at $45, okay? You getting R&B, you getting comedy, live performances, and my 6-pack greased up with baby oil gel.
He said greased up.
Right.
I may come back with shea butter.
Oh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? I'm gonna start off with baby oil gel for the light.
The stripper oil. Yep.
Changing faces, okay? Comedian Esau McGraw, DJ
Beast.
Grilla,
Man.
and then we have a live band. And I'm coming with my guys and my brothers that helped me rock Lollapalooza last year. Cosign, what you mean? I didn't even know you performed at Lollapalooza. I know you didn't. I know you didn't know that about me.
I see why y'all are friends.
Tween, you know what I'm saying? Hezzy, cross, step back. Like, the package is crazy. Oh, wait a minute.
What just happened?
So now I know that some of these discounts aren't enough for people. So you want to hear free? That's fine. I'm gonna do a ticket giveaway to the first 5 people that text cosign. Here's the number: 312-970. Wait, that look like too many numbers. Oh, all right. So look. The number that I got is cap right now. Come back to the I'm gonna talk to knowledge. I will talk to knowledge off camera.
Come on. I got you.
I can't do this to my
Text
city. I won't do
Germany
it to
number,
my
huh?
city.
You got an overseas number in his
I
phone.
won't do
You got
it.
that WhatsApp number. Fuck out of here.
I'll pay for him out my pocket before I give y'all this cap number. Knowledge. You gotta talk.
No, bro, that's a real number. Text cosign KOSINE to 312-970-0171. So 312-970-0171.
Okay, all right.
Text
So
the
funny.
name cosign. Cosign's giving away 5 pairs of free tickets.
Okay, all right. Okay, it's legit.
It's legit, family. Everything I do
All right,
is
let's go.
legit.
Okay, let's go.
Yo,
What if
Let's go.
some newcomer can't
Let's
spell
go.
cosign though?
I was spelling the
We
C-O
just spelled it.
Yeah.
with a K.
KOSINE.
That's
And if
the
you
new.
text Marcos Palacio,
Come on, man. Come on, man.
if you get on your phone right now and text Marco Palacio Turizon.
How many accents you got? Oh my God.
We will do more for you. We will do more for you, my friend. Amigo. We will do more for you.
Hey,
I love
look,
it.
March 23rd, next Saturday, man. We're going to have a good time. Beats, jokes, and culture, man. Y'all
23,
bring...
24.
I'm
DuSable
sorry.
Museum.
Jokes,
Jokes, beats, and culture.
Yes,
Jokes,
sir.
beats, and culture. You're going to get these jokes, you know what I mean? You're going to get these beats.
You can get your ass beat
You're going to get this
for the
culture.
culture.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
What just happened? Oh my
This
God.
is not a UFC event at all, man. Damn, man.
Hey, look,
You gotta
he-
know what we coming to, man.
Bossy want to take his shirt off too,
Damn.
man.
Hey, and Knowledge, man, I want to thank you too, Knowledge, bro, because you definitely didn't have to, you know what I'm saying, select me as your host. And I know I have a lot of outlandish ideas. And so for you to be on board with this, that really means a lot because this is an answer to prayer. I've been trying to figure out how to get out of the studio, how to transcend, how to evolve. Like I'm looking at 85 South and all, you know, all these other brothers that's just out, just having a great time with the people. I'm just
You
want
wanna
to
be out in these streets.
man, with no,
Yeah, my man.
man, it ain't no
Back where he
windows in the
belong.
studio. Knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no windows, you know. So
Ain't no
this
windows.
this is a big deal for me, man. So thank you, brother.
Love, yo, Nope.
Okay, all right. So, all right, man. Y'all done cross the burning sands. All right, we can get to that shit later. Okay. Now, y'all did not know that. That's funny as shit.
That's why I hit you with it.
It was real subtle.
Hey, I will call you later, brother.
Love,
y'all
bro.
so
See you later,
much.
Coach.
All right, Coach,
All right.
holla.
One.
Love.
Oh my goodness.
That was dope, bro.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
funny
sir.
as hell.
So
Yes,
fun.
sir.
Man.
Love of mine.
No, it's all love, bro. For real, for real. You know, let's just get into some shit, man. Where you want to start at with the show run? You know, we had a good 45, so we had
a bunch of shit, bro. You know, that
we
was,
got about 15 minutes.
Oh, so I'm not sitting right here?
that was actually.
Well, I don't even know if you have it in your phone.
You know what?
Where is your phone, by the way?
My phone is
Is it
right
in your
here.
hand?
It is right in
I
my
was looking
hand.
for the book of David. You don't
No,
have the
you
book
know
of
that,
David.
bro.
We're gonna tell you up the front. We ain't got to start with our man because you know until a solution for fighting crime actually works, don't tell me about what you're gonna do. Show me the results. The end with that one. You know, so we can definitely skip over that joint.
That's fair.
But I want to go to. We spoke about briefly about paying it forward and looking out for the youth, having something for them to go to pull from. There was a father that his daughter was getting bothered or alleged she was getting bothered by a male student at a classroom in school. The father pulls up to sign the daughter out. After he signs the daughter out, he does not leave the school. He tracks, hunts is a disgusting word.
Yeah.
He tracks the male student down, enters the classroom and begins to do all kinds of things I think were uncalled for. All right. In defense of his daughter. This is never really about the action. A lot of times, it's about the action and the comments regarding the action.
Yeah.
So you definitely, if you're on Instagram, you got to go straight to the comments and see what people are talking about. It hurt my stomach to hear motherfuckers talking about, I'm okay with what the father did. That means you're looking at it from one point. And one aspect. Huh?
How was he able to get into school and into a class?
He's a parent.
He's a parent.
But if the child was already saying, you know what I'm saying? Like
He got hit with a trespassing charge. That's how
like who let you back in? Like the school
Who
failed.
couldn't stop him. This is why there's a problem, before I jump too far up, this is why it's a problem with officers being removed, from schools and things like that. Because this can happen. So after he berates one little boy, these babies is babies, he berates another little boy and turns to the class and says, hey, I'm teaching y'all a lesson right now that these N-words is bitches.
Right.
I didn't say
wow.
this, but you know what I'm saying? It was all clown behavior. I hope every charge that they give him sticks. I don't like to see black men put in jail. I'll say that. But you can't do that. As a parent of these other kids and any kid in that school, I no longer feel safe.
Yeah.
Right.
And you fuck around in Chicago like that.
Somebody daddy pulling up on you after.
Even before that, these kids get guns in school
I'm
all
about
the
to say
time.
one of the shawties, yeah.
Should have blew his ass down.
Yeah.
Now
Man.
what? Now instead of being protected, your daughter is missing her father.
You the teacher in the class when Buddy comes in. What are you doing? Mr. Abbasi.
I'm my daddy's child. My dad was known for turning around schools all across the West Side. I'm punching Buddy in the fucking mouth. Bring it on.
I feel totally different.
You can't.
And for two reasons, right? Obviously, I have daughters, right?
Yeah.
I hate when you start there, bro. It's trash. It's trash. You're a parent. You're still a parent, bro.
Hold on. as a father, I let my daughters handle their business. I don't get in their business, right? Unless, we're talking about you disrespecting adults, right? And the authority figures. I personally had a situation, and I believe my daughter was in 7th or 8th grade. Little boy smacked her. They called me immediately. I'm the father that's involved, right? I go to the school, make sure she's cool, find out what happens, right? She pointed him out to me. I didn't touch the little boy. Wait till the bell rang. Hey, man, let me talk to you. Mm-hmm. And I told him, I said, first of all, don't you ever put your hands on my daughter. I said, secondly, how would you feel if somebody put their hands on your mama? Yeah. And the little boy started crying. And he apologized to me. And I waited till next class started, and he went and apologized to my daughter in the classroom. Yeah. Now, for me, it worked. Right. But again, it was grammar school. Right. I would have still did the same in high school. I'm not mad at what he did.
He's definitely a loser.
I'm mad at how he handled it, though. There are certain things that he could have done.
Did the boy cry because he was intimidated or because he started what he did? You don't even know that.
I don't know that. I don't exactly. Question. But for me, I got my shit off. I got my shit off.
So now your dad pull up and fuck you up now.
Why
I'm going to level up on your ass.
I'm prepared for that.
Yeah, but why not talk to the parent?
I'm going to get
this is my question.
Because to fuck your daughter up every time now. Every single time. You started this shit now.
So here's my question. Okay. Why engage with a child?
That's what I'm
saying. Why wasn't it I want to speak to the parent and then speak with the family so we can be on the same page for why is this child feeling comfortable assaulting my child?
I don't know what happened yet.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, so I do not believe in engaging children because they're adults.
What grade was this?
It was middle school. I think it was middle school.
The story was high school. Mine was 7th, 8th grade.
So this was high school.
Yeah, this was high school.
And so kids lie.
Grades do matter. So to me, grades do matter, right? Grammar school, I'm really not approaching. High school, that's a different individual. I still want to talk to the parent, but I'm not completely, I don't know if my man's completely out of bounds, but I do want to holler at the parents. Like that's where I really want to engage with as a parent. See if I feel like the parent's going to handle it, right? Because you can get some parents up there, kid wilding out. If I feel like they're going to handle it, I'm probably good. If I feel like they shaky,
then I gotta
bring the heat to you, and I gotta bring the heat to you.
Right, but on school property, that's a different ball game.
Yeah.
Definitely
if we're out at the, if we're on the streets, like there's a we're kind of equals, right? Like I don't know your age, and this is my child, so now I have to intervene. But if I put myself as an adult, and it was weird how he did it, sign his child out. Yep. He did intentionally find this child in the classroom, and then put himself. And put all of those children in danger. That wasn't okay. No parent, no adult should be able to access our kids that we didn't give permission to.
Nope.
That's it. And so the first thing is, how do you have a school that's so permeable that anybody with an attitude can come in here and say something to a child that's in the custody of other adults? Every single adult that let that man pass through and saw that man walk out with his child say, hey, sir, why are you even back in here? Because now you have no right to be here.
Right.
You don't have the right to talk to this child. You don't have the right to engage this child on our time. That's weird. Now, I'm not saying he's bad for standing up for his daughter or engaging. Okay, cool. There's ways to do that. But you don't run up on a student because that's what that child is at that point. Now on the bus, okay. On the streets, okay. During school hours.
What makes this man different than a school shooter, bro? Because not everybody in school's in danger. No. I understand it's extreme, but what makes him different? Also, treat it like a baseball game. Okay, the event happens. I'm the batter. The father's the batter. There are steps to this. You have to go to first base before you can go to second base, before you can go to third base and come back home. Home is where the point is made again. First base is addressing the problem. Okay, get to the school, do a preliminary, sorry to sound like 12. Do a preliminary investigation. Find out exactly what. Don't just get your daughter's side of the story. Kids lie.
Right.
Kids have the worst liars in history. Next is only politicians and lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Now go to second base. Second base is, like she was saying, talk to the adults in the situation. Every adult in that school, from the principal, assistant principal, the motherfucker sitting in front of the time sheet, the goddamn security guard, or the person at the front desk at the entrance of every school you've ever been in your fucking life. Somebody sits there, whether they're worthless or worth the grain of salt, is a different story. You know what I'm saying? Third base is now you're making decisions. What am I going to do about this now? And home is the reaction.
Yeah, who didn't do what they were supposed to do? Because oftentimes you can find that these children were in a situation because somebody along this chain of command is underperforming. And so now my problem is my child's going to come back and the security guard is not at their post. Or as a matter of fact, they're not even a security guard. They're a parent volunteer that isn't trained and that doesn't have to stay. And they weren't there that day. Right? Like it's as parents, I think we need to look at how our educational systems are set up for our children to be protected. And we do have to know how to intervene when there are school related issues. You can't just run up during school on school property, on municipal property.
And go old block on motherfucker. No, you can't.
You can't do
You
that.
can't do that, bro.
I don't think what y'all saying is wrong. I act a lot of times,
You shouldn't.
especially
As a leader, you shouldn't.
But when it comes to my daughters,
Right.
I'm not always thinking logically initially. I react.
So neither was that little boy.
When do you learn?
When do you get
learn,
grace? Like now I'm
It hasn't
confused.
it hasn't happened
every
again.
single
It
time.
hasn't happened again. You want to know why? Because I told my daughter how not to incite a little boy.
There you go,
Right?
that part. You see
You
what
know
I'm
what
saying?
I'm
You just got the third base right there.
Yeah,
Man,
because
those
No,
are-
you skipped third. You skipped third the first time.
Yeah,
around.
you want to know why?
And we
Because
not gonna do.
I knew they had security. Fam, take care of your business, right? Because
Well,
he
I
gets
fucked
it.
him up too, and you up, boy.
But he also
Different.
knew this little boy backstory, right?
Right.
So he like, no, I get it. Go handle your business. He needs that.
That
I
shouldn't
didn't-
matter though.
No, it does
It
because
shouldn't matter, bro.
because I didn't berate him. I didn't attack him. I just talked to him as a man. I told him, man to man, how would you feel if this happened? And
Man to boy.
Man to boy,
Okay,
man to child.
Yeah, you
Man
can't
to
man to man that, bro.
At the end of the day, no one had ever talked to him before, right? And I knew
Right.
that. And I knew that, right? So I was not trying to be, I'm not fucking intimidating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like even to a fucking, you know what I'm
Especially
saying?
you probably had more brows back
Especially
then.
on the court, bro. Yeah, bro.
But at the end of the day, I wanted him to know that this isn't okay. It's not necessarily about my daughter. It's about men don't hit women. And I don't know where you from and where you seen this from, but this isn't okay.
Oh, so here's my question. If this child doesn't
You
have
got this.
have folks engaging, did that change how you saw the needs of Black boys and like make yourself more available to them thereafter? Or did you just turn it around and say, I did my one? Because think about what that does to a Black boy. The only time that he's engaged by a Black man is when he's doing something wrong, not when he's in need, not when he's doing something right. He gets a stern talking to, and he gets lifted up, and he gets mentored in a moment where he's at his most vulnerable. Like, what does that do to a child?
Yeah, that's a great question. Heavy question though. Like, we got the situation that truly happened, and I'm also thinking about my situation as well. When you look at the high schooler now, right? So I'm not really kid is a kid,
Young adult, right?
Young adult, a good kid or a kid that's kind of in line, but maybe did something and they got into it or whatever the case may be. When he came in, even with that energy, most kids are gonna stand down. Right, they still talking loud, this and like they're giving a vibe of a street sort of young cats, and I think that's what got homie moving. Right, like when I was in high school, an adult would have came in to me wrong, anything else, I would have stood down. Right, I'm sorry, sir, didn't mean to. It was I would have did something like that because I grew up with my mom and my pops. Right, like I don't have no energy. I ain't about to get into it. They had energy for them too. They had a little bit of energy for them, and I think that also kind of set my man off. Like in his thing, he said something about the mom and the little boy started crying. He's not gonna keep going hard then, right? Like you're seeing that
social cues, like okay, I can temper down a little bit.
This is a young dude being a kid, right? And that's so I felt like for my man, they kind of, they stood up, they kept talking over him a little bit. So then there's a little bit of a lack of respect for an adult.
But for a trespasser. This is not an adult. This man is a trespasser.
Yeah, but they don't really understand trespassing.
I didn't do anything. So why didn't he believe that the little boy didn't do anything? What did his daughter tell him that made him believe the little boy didn't do anything? Why didn't the little boy out? Because you as a parent, you know when your child is lying.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know your child. So now when he starts telling this story, look at while he talking, I do this all the time to adults and kids. Look at the person who made the first claim. See how they react.
Yeah.
They tell on themselves every single fucking time.
It's so hard when your daughter is the initiator.
Yeah.
I've been in that position. It is deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because especially as the mother.
Yeah.
When you have to sit there and realize that your girl child has poked the bear.
Right.
That this child is or your daughter on some level is being a bully. Right? And she's playing this game with this young man who doesn't have, like, his options are limited.
No discernment.
Right.
And this is the culture of how one responds when they're being attacked or violated. And I feel like a lot of our young boys don't know the difference between girl and boy. When that switch hits, this person won't stop. Or this person, now they're just a person. There's no longer girl or boy or my sister or my cousin. It's just like, I want this to stop and I'm going to do what I need to do to make it stop. Yeah. I think, like, I don't necessarily believe my kids first rip. I got to talk to everybody.
There you go.
And then I got to talk to I talk to the person that my kid and them have the tightest relationship last. I don't need to talk to you first.
Right.
Because you cover up.
Yeah,
like the way that they finesse words and they protect. I'm like, I can't trust you.
And also, like, off top, I'm FDK. Fuck them kids. So it's like, I know you lying out the gate anyway, right? You know what I'm saying? There's your truth, the truth, you know what I'm saying, and the other person's truth. I'm going to get to all that shit before I even get to you. Yeah. And I know my child. I know my children. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm the wife, or let's say I'm the husband of the teacher that's in there, like if it was a woman teacher, I got a problem. I got a huge problem with every partner that has a wife or a husband or a mother that's in that building. So it's like, okay, so y'all just letting people come in? Yeah. This is my wife's classroom and she had no protection. Who was she supposed to call? Like, it's a lot of people that are part of this that should have never happened. Once he left that building with his child. And honestly, you can't even get into some buildings when they say, hey, what's your business here today? I'm checking my child out early and I want to talk to the principal. If you purposely avoided speaking to any other adult, you knew what you were on. You did it on purpose and you wanted to embarrass and you wanted to intimidate and you did find and stalk that child in front of everybody to make a point. And emotions run high, but Yeah, and
he approached it also like, there's a dad thing, but he kind of approached it on some street shit. Right? Like, bitch, I'm letting y'all know that bitch. That's not even about your dog anymore, right? Like you're doing something very different than I want to address this to see if there's a real problem. Right. You now doing some, like you on some street shit, right? So homie they got big brothers now. It's a whole situation now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part because like this go to the left.
Right now, your father bring him up here looking like, dude,
you might not want that.
You don't know who walking through here. 6'5", right? You know what I'm saying? 5'10" with Tim's on.
Yeah, wearing size 12. What do you say?
Size
12 New Balance, ready to comfortably kick your ass.
Man. Before we wrap, right? And it's all good. But I thought this, in the same vein of that conversation, there's a new bill that's making fathers legally responsible for child support at inception. So you mean to tell me the moment I shoot the club up and she tells me that she's pregnant, I'm paying child support through the first, second, and third trimester? The fuck out of here.
Well, that's because the premise is there's a cost to being pregnant. Yeah. So the sharing of the doctor's bills, or if the body carrying has to miss
work.
What
if it's not mine?
So that's the other part where I was confused is how do they verify? Like, because you can do like I think it's like intrauterine where
after how long though?
Right, it's like so many. Yeah, I don't know how Kentucky has created the laws. I mean, but Kentucky is like 8% black though, right? Like arguably the most people that are gonna be impacted by this just by numbers is gonna be white men, just by numbers. Like if they're 8% of the fucking population in a state, like by percentage you can say, all right, if most black fathers are unwed, then 80% of unwed fathers this is going to affect. But that might be 200,000 people. Whereas it's 20% of the white population, but it's like 300,000 people.
It's just saying don't fuck nobody in Kentucky. Go get the box elsewhere, bro. Go get the box elsewhere. Strap
you
up.
Said strap up. What do you mean for what?
What? Shorty,
or at least know her ovulating cycle. Because we can't get pregnant 30 days out of the month. You all know that, right?
Tool of the white man to stop. Let them stop playing.
Folks be like, I got her pregnant. Like, she was on her cycle. She can't get pregnant on her cycle. That doesn't happen. I feel like y'all don't know how babies are made sometimes.
We gonna get to Mr. Timberlake and Kanye another time, bro.
That's cool. Another time. Well, I want to get to this now. Okay. I need these abs. I need this 6-pack. The fat guy rolling around with these abs. I need that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you ever?
I need that.
What do you say put erasers on his stomach?
Would you do that? Hell no.
Body sculpting?
Yeah. Not in real life, bro. Because I talk about women who get a BBL. What the fuck I look like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Men got BBLs already when we use Beijing. I don't.
I don't use none of that shit.
That's what they call the black stuff? The
Beijing, yeah. Beijing came. All my Beijing kings out here, y'all trash.
Bro.
I like the beard weaves.
What, but we eating the box now, you got dollar on your shit now. Now
Oh, what if his beard come off while he down
You know
there?
what I'm saying? Come on now.
That's a real thing?
Yeah, they add facial hair.
Word?
Yeah, and
fill me in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I seen this shit up top.
Think
But,
about
I see this shit up top.
Jalen
Yeah,
Rose
they make
whole
it.
setup.
oh, wow.
If they don't grow,
Bro.
if it don't grow, they want. I didn't know men had that. Had that feeling about facial
I
hair.
can't show off my 6-pack in the wintertime in Chicago, right? If I pay for this, I want to have it year round. It needs to be seen. No different than a BBL, a boob job. You get your face done, whatever, right?
It needs to be
This
seen.
only gets seen when you take your fucking shirt off. Typically, you only take your shirt off
On
to-
Instagram.
to fuck,
Spring,
to fuck,
summer, early
to
fall.
fuck, and to fuck. Okay, who's walking around with their shirt off? Doesn't
No
happen.
bossy.
Cosign.
And cosign.
Marcos
To
Palacios.
fuck,
Marcos Palacios.
to fuck.
Hey,
It doesn't make sense.
so
bro.
you wouldn't do it though for real?
Fuck, I look like, man.
That's
Only
interesting.
thing I would.
You know there's
I
a
would
picture
actually.
there's a
hold
picture
on.
of you around you, bro, right? Straight out of what? We're gonna find that picture, bro.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry about that shit.
He had a shirt off.
Hell
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Hey, I made a picture.
You were kinda-
Shout
you
out
were
to
a
Jelani, my
little
brother Lonnie.
scrub.
We made a picture of him called Straight Out of Shape. Instead of Straight Out of Compton.
Oh.
That shit floated around for 5 years.
Yeah,
That's
That
crazy.
shit went viral like a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck.
That's horrible.
I got confidence. Fuck you, man.
Ain't
You do. You do.
Make this shit look good, man.
Honest, you should have saved this man. You should have saved this man, bro. He
Did
was
you look
not
the same
ashamed.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm
He
cool.
owned it. He owned it.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm gonna take your word. Yeah.
I don't want no smoke. I got
That's my
nothing to say
man,
about
though.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's all good, man.
That's my brother too.
But what's
I'm
out
a
of
young-
shape for a mind?
Him.
Fuck you, man. I look good, man. It doesn't matter. Man. I don't
Yeah,
give a
no,
fuck
I
what you're talking about, man. I was on a white sand,
Out of
blue beach.
Fuck you.
Blue
Out of
water.
shape is some footworking. Mila. Out of shape is some footworking Saturday on stage.
Oh,
And he was the top when he got done, hands on his knees, time out. You know what I'm saying? He held it together real nice on stage though. Hit the sideline.
I ain't never
Call-
seen his
call
feet
for
move
a
that
20 real
fast
quick.
ever.
Get that in.
Shout out to Tommy Skillfinger Day, man. March 13th.
That was
man.
so much
Great.
fun.
Shout out to my brother Tommy Skillfingers, man. Happy belated birthday at this point. No, it was amazing, man. George Daniels came
Beautiful
through.
night, man.
We had some of the shorties
Except
come
for,
through. Lil
one
Reese,
night, one part of it.
Tay Savage. Who else was
Yep.
in the building? Saba,
Fred Hampton
Chandler,
Jr.
Fred Hammond Jr.
You know what I'm saying? Sherman the man,
Sherman the Man.
John Brown, bro. Come on now. It was lit, bro.
Big
It was lit.
Wiz,
Dope.
It was big love
Pivot
in the building.
Gang,
Come on
MFM
now.
Mello. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Joseph Chilliams. It was really a family
Fuck
affair. man.
the chick at the door. Check the tickets. Fuck you. I said, get to your ass and get to your ass. Fuck you, man. You know, look here. Whoever put it together, do not hire her. I've been doing what she's doing long in my professional career, but shorty, I've been doing what you do for 20 years professionally, personally, for fun as a side gig. You do not handle people that way. You have one security guard in a venue that big. You are putting pressure, immense pressure on this man. For what? So you
Right.
feel like a boss?
Right.
Look here, you lucky people don't want smoke. And it was a day of love for Tommy. You fat motherfucker, you. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness.
You all kind of names I can't say right now because we have company. If it was just us, I'd get us booked, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't shit. I won't walk past you, call you B-word on the way out, but you were not there.
Wow.
All right, for sure. Hey, now I'm a cool dude. You don't get under my skin. I might talk crazy to you after a while, but you don't get on my skin that easy though. It took her 7 seconds to do it.
Oh, I feel bad because that interaction was all my fault. Had I
definitely
not,
was.
Had you not been late?
no, that was not. I was not late. I wasn't late.
Kinda.
No, you had like 4 people folding and unfolding sweatshirts. I wish I
needed
would.
you. I
No,
needed you.
man, whatever.
You fat motherfucker.
I asked you to get something out my car and you did, and that whole beef set off.
And she better be a DuSable, man. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy if she's
Nah, I
DuSable.
don't think that's on my list. But I need to see a
I need
picture.
to-
So I don't need that smoke you bring right.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. And she upped the price of the tickets too, though.
Oh, she
I know what you
did.
put in your pocket. Shorty, it said 25. You started charging people 30, shorty.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
wow.
Where the rest go?
I think the valet got me because I didn't have cash. He was like, here's my Zelle. I was like, all right. He was like, you can park at the end of the street. I was like, at that free spot there?
Right.
Hey man, shout out to Joe, man. Friend of the show. We appreciate you. These thoughts about them and them
Hey,
only.
tell Ruben I want my money back.
Oh my God. Hey, fuck you still again.
No, man. Shout out to the whole team over there, man. Karan.
Oh my God.
Great night,
Shout out
John
Karan.
Brown, man. Big Wiz. The whole Chandler family. Sarah,
Absolutely.
what up? Miss Tribble. You know what I mean? Tommy's mom. Yeah, I mean,
She was up there stepping.
Yeah, Karen.
Definitely
love you.
was.
It's my boo.
Here you go.
You right.
Mike, my big brother, Tommy, excuse me, Tommy, big brother, Tommy is OC. Tommy, big brother, Mike. Q.
Absolutely.
JB, Gio. If I'm forgetting anybody right now, forgive me. If
you forget y'all, put him in violation.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah, you disappeared at some point.
He did, though.
Working, man, working. But no, it was a great event. First annual, it was a success. Y'all can still log on to the website. You can still get your hoodies and get the album. It was a work of art. Literally, you can put it on your wall. QR code, you can download it, all that, you know.
QR code. Get what you did there? QR.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did, brother.
Yeah.
I don't
I see you, Q.
305.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Over. Yeah. But no, we got a wrap, man. I wish we could really dive into some other shit.
Yeah.
But no. Now let me be clear though, bro. Like, this is your corner, bro. So you can pull up whenever you want to.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
For real.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to have anything going on, right? You can pull up. Man, I want to talk.
It's better that way, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we keep it organic like that.
Let me shout my man out, man, real quick if I can.
Whatever you need to do, brother.
So, like, in the last few weeks, like in promotion for this event, it's actually brought a mad traffic to my page, but primarily due to my relationship with Lil Rel. So for those that don't know, comedian actor Lil Rel, I managed Rel for about 8 years. We connected in 2006. So I got a chance to honor him at the Legacy Awards at the old post office. A few weeks back, they called me to present him with an award. I was kind of surprised. He didn't know I was presenting him with it. And so that was a dope moment. And then he recently shouted me out on Club Shay Shay's podcast. And again, just for those that don't know, man, like what we're doing here, that's really what me and him were about, right? So when I tell the story, it was just a West Side dude, which is Lil Rel, South Side dude, which is Knowledge. We came together in 2006. He had a vision of what he wanted to do. I thought that I could provide some assistance, some aid and assistance, and the rest is history, right? But it's a dope story. And for me, it's almost like it's coming back around because that's how the cosign situation happened, right? We were introduced by, even though fraternity brothers, we didn't know each other. We were introduced by my girl, Matoya, a couple years ago. He had the same type of conversation he had today, but I wasn't in that space, real estate, flipping, that sort of thing. Fast forward a couple years, I come up with this project. I'm ready to launch it. I'm talking to Carl Payne, right? Cole from Martin. I'm talking to Kendra G. I'm thinking about I want a different type of host. And I said, damn, Cosign said that, this is something he wanted to do. And so coming back to him, seeing the energy, knowing he from the crib, it's like, I feel like we're on that same trajectory. Like jokes, beats, and culture is one thing, but I'm also helping him to realize those dreams kind of as his second act. And so it's a dope moment for me. And so again, hope Chicago comes out to support. It's not really just about me. I know Chicago sometimes, depending upon who the messenger is, it's kind of like, I don't really mess.
Yep.
This is a lot bigger. If you run my history through the comedy game, over 600 comedy shows, I do nothing but do my best to help Black people win, put money in cats' pockets. That's who I am. That's genuine. It's authentic. And so hopefully Chicago pulls up because again, although we're in Chicago, this is a worldwide project. But I'm so happy that cats like us built Moores, right? Who's a part of the show on Disbelief Tequila.
Oh,
right?
Love all of them.
Poised Beauty, my girl Lala.
Hey, Lala.
My man Pete Popcorn World. He's in Indianapolis, but he's coming back to the crib.
Mm-hmm.
And then also,
that's gonna be fun,
missing
man.
Somebody, I'm missing one other sponsor. But go to www.jokesbeatsxculture.com. Go grab your tickets. It's gonna be a great time. I'm happy to have you all in the building doing the warm-ups. Love to see what you all are gonna bring to the show.
Definitely singing some unsung heat. You know that. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have to get OFF to stage.
No,
It's gonna be a good
That's
time.
it, man. Love.
Hey, man, it's the Corner Convo. This is episode 190. We don't play no motherfucking games. You know what I'm saying? Where my shit at, man? Let me get up out of here, man. Where my shit at, man? Let me see. Where my shit at? Okay, here we go.
Different to watch. Thought you would, bro.